Did you conduct the autopsy on the decedent, in this case, Michael Joseph Jackson?
Yes.
When did you conduct that autopsy, Dr. Rogers?
That was on June 26, 2009.
And going through the findings you made on June 26, 2009, let me ask you initially, on that day, June 26, were you able to definitively state a cause of death?
No.
And why not?
There wasn't anything obvious in the history or the autopsy examination that showed a cause of death.
Okay. Let me ask you about the general health of Mr. Jackson as related by you and your findings in the autopsy report. Generally speaking, how would you characterize the overall health of Mr. Jackson based on your autopsy findings?
I believe that he was healthier than the average person of his age. He had an enlargement of the prostate gland, which meant that it was difficult to urinate, so he was retaining urine.
Okay.
He had vitiligo, which is a skin disorder, and he had a polyp of his colon. The nervous system showed mild diffuse swelling. The lung examination showed some chronic inflammation and scarring in the lungs. The radiology examination showed an extra rib and also some arthritis. There was an area of irregular pigmentation at about the top of the scalp.
Were you aware that his scalp had caught on fire many years prior?
Yes.
And that was through filming of a commercial where there was an accident that took place?
Yes.
Did you also, Doctor, examine the stomach in detail to determine if you could find any pill tablets or pill capsules of any kind in the stomach?
Yes, I did.
And what were your findings in regard to the contents of the stomach as it related to any pills or tablets of any nature?
The stomach contained 70 grams of dark fluid, but did not show pills or capsules.
And was that something specifically you were looking for in this case to determine if oral administration of pills or tablets could have been a potential for the cause of death?
Yes.
Were you able to ascertain and make a determination as to the manner of death regarding Michael Jackson?
Yes.
And what was the manner of death?
The manner was homicide. For example, Dr. Murray's statement to the police indicated that the propofol and other medications were administered by another person.
So you're commenting that Dr. Murray admitted to administering the benzodiazepines and the propofol?
That's correct.
Okay.
Secondly, there was not an appropriate medical indication. The problem that Mr. Jackson was having was that he couldn't sleep, and it's not appropriate to give propofol in that situation. The risk outweighs the benefit.
And did you also consider the setting in which this was taking place?
Yes, the setting was outside of a hospital or clinic. It was apparently in a home, and so there were a number of things that would ordinarily be used with propofol that were not available in this case. For example, there was not an EKG monitor. There was not a precision dosing device like an IV pump so that you know how much propofol the doctor is giving him. There was not equipment available to resuscitate Mr. Jackson adequately if he were to stop breathing. For example, there was not an endotracheal tube or medication that could be used to improve his circulatory function. And then finally, the circumstances, from my point of view, do not support self-administration of propofol.
Did you determine what the cause of death was as it related to Michael Jackson's death on June 25th, 2009?
Yes.
What was the cause of death, Dr. Rogers?
The cause was acute propofol intoxication, and the contributing condition was benzodiazepine effect.